Welcome to Grammar Hacks, the podcast that gives you the cheats, tips, and tricks to make your writing shine. I'm Adam.
And I'm Sarah. And today, we're tackling one of the most infamous grammar villains out there, the run-on sentence.
That Rachel Ray example, while technically a commas place, is its evil twin. It's what happens when two ideas like cooking for her family and cooking for her dog get mashed together so hard they create a monstrous new meaning. It's funny because our brains know what was intended, but we can't help but picture the hilariously grim literal interpretation.
Exactly. So today, we're not just going to give you a boring list of rules. We're going on a grammar safari. We're going to spot these sentence train wrecks in the wild and give you the 4 essential tools you need to become a sentence-saving superhero.
So first things first, what exactly is a run-on sentence? A lot of people think it's just a really, really long sentence, but that's a myth.
Totally a myth. A sentence can be incredibly long and still be grammatically perfect. Think of the opening of Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. And on it goes. That's a long sentence, but it's not a run-on.
Here's the real definition. A run-on sentence happens when 2 or more complete sentences, what grammarians call independent clauses, are smashed together without the right punctuation to connect them.
Let's use an analogy. Think of a complete sentence as a train. It has an engine, the subject, some cars, the verb and the rest of the sentence, and a caboose, the punctuation. It's a self-contained unit. A run-on sentence is like 2 trains colliding head-on. It's a mess, and nobody knows where one train ends and the other begins.
And there are 2 main types of these sentence crashes. The first is the fused sentence. This is the full head-on collision. 2 complete sentences, no punctuation, just chaos.
We saw a sign once that said, "Park on grass, get towed." The 2 sentences are, "Park on grass," and "You will get towed." But fused together, it sounds like you're about to be turned into an amphibian.
Ribbit? The second type is the comma splice. This is sneakier. It's when you try to connect 2 complete sentences with just a comma. A comma is like a faulty, weak coupling between train cars. It's just not strong enough to hold 2 full trains together.
A classic example is from a sign at a cookie stand. "Please use tongs to pick up cookies, not your hands." The 2 ideas are, please use tongs to pick up cookies, and do not use your hands. But with just a comma, it creates a very unhygienic and frankly disturbing mental image.
Now, here's the secret. People usually write run-ons because the ideas feel closely connected, and a period feels too final, too separate. It's not a sign of bad writing, it's a sign of a brain moving fast.
That's why our 4 hacks aren't just rules. They're a toolkit for choosing the right level of connection between your ideas. So let's grab our first tool.
This is grammar hack number 1, the period. It's the simplest, most powerful fix, the emergency brake for your runaway sentence train. It creates 2 separate, clear sentences. It's never wrong.
Let's take a classic run-on. I love to write papers. I would write one every day if I had the time. 2 complete thoughts there. I love to write papers, and I would write one every day if I had the time.
To fix it with a period, you just stop the first train before the second one crashes into it. I love to write papers. I would write one every day if I had the time. Clean, simple, effective.
Okay, listener, your turn to practice. I'm going to give you a run-on sentence. I want you to fix it using just a period. Ready? The sentence is, "The store is closed. We'll come back tomorrow."
Did you say, "The store is closed. We'll come back tomorrow"? If you did, you are officially a sentence saver. High five.
But what if your two sentences are really, really close, like best friends who finish each other's, well, sentences? A period can feel a little too distant.
That's when you bring out grammar hack number 2, the semicolon. Think of it as a super connector. It's stronger than a comma, but it doesn't create a full stop like a period. It tells your reader these two ideas are intimately related.
For example, I'm in college. I study chemistry. You could use a period. I'm in college. I study chemistry. That's fine, but a semicolon shows the connection more elegantly. I'm in college. I study chemistry. It implies the chemistry part is because you're in college.
Word of caution, though. Semicolons are like a fancy spice. A little bit adds flavor and sophistication, but too much can overwhelm the dish and make your writing feel a bit stuffy. Use them wisely.
All right, time for you to try it, listener. Here's your sentence. We watched the movie. It was terrible. How would you fix that with a semicolon?
The fix is, we watched the movie, semicolon, it was terrible. That semicolon perfectly links the action with the immediate judgment. Beautiful.
Okay, now for our third and maybe most versatile tool. What if you want to define the exact relationship between your two sentences?
Then you need to assemble your grammar supercrew. This is grammar hack number 3, the comma and the FANBOYS.
The FANBOYS? Are they a new boy band?
Even better, FANBOYS is a mnemonic to help you remember the 7 coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are the words you use with a comma to properly join two complete sentences.
Each one has a different superpower and is the joiner, bringing ideas together, but is the master of contrast. So is the champion of consequence.
Exactly. Let's look at a comma splice. The directions are complicated. I am starting to understand them. That comma is struggling all by itself. It needs a FANBOYS hero.
If we add but, we get the directions are complicated, but I'm starting to understand them. The but shows the contrast perfectly.
Or take our fused sentence from before. The store is closed, we'll come back tomorrow. You could fix it with so. The store is closed, so we'll come back tomorrow. So shows the result.
Okay, listener, your turn to call in the FANBOYS. Here's a comma splice for you. Some people say aliens built the pyramids. I think that is silly. Fix it with a comma and a FANBOYS conjunction.
Did you say, some people say aliens built the pyramids, but I think that is silly? The but is perfect there. You could also use and if you just want to add the two ideas together. See? You have options.
Okay, we've covered the simple fix, the fancy fix, and the crew of 7 fix. Now it's time for our final and most sophisticated hack.
This is grammar hack number 4, the subordinator. This is how you level up your writing from good to great. You take one of the complete sentences and make it dependent on the other one.
Whoa, dependent? That sounds complicated.
It's easier than it sounds. You just use a special word called a subordinating conjunction. Words like because, although, while, when, since, and unless. These words create a clear hierarchy. One idea becomes the main event, and the other becomes the supporting detail.
Ooh, let's try one. Here's a comma splice. I can't eat peanut butter. I am allergic to peanuts.
Instead of two equal ideas, let's show cause and effect. I can't eat peanut butter because I'm allergic to peanuts. The allergene is now the reason, the subordinate idea, for not eating the peanut butter.
Ooh, I see. You can also flip it. Because I am allergic to peanuts, I can't eat peanut butter. And when you put the subordinate part first, you use a comma to separate the clauses. Very stylish.
Your turn, listener. Let's get sophisticated. Your sentence is, my dad got mad at me. I broke the washing machine. Fix it using a subordinating conjunction.
You probably said something like, my dad got mad at me, Because I broke the washing machine. It's clear, it's concise, and it's perfectly structured.
And there you have it. 4 powerful hacks to stop run-on sentences in their tracks. Let's do a super quick recap.
Hack number 1, the period. Your emergency brake always works.
Hack number 2, the semicolon, the super connector for 2 very closely related ideas.
Hack number 3, the comma and the fanboys. Your super crew for showing the exact relationship between 2 ideas.
And hack number 4, the subordinating conjunction, the sophisticated fix for creating complex, stylish sentences.
Remember, grammar isn't about memorizing a million boring rules. It's about having the right tools to build clear, powerful, and effective sentences. It's about making sure you're talking about cooking for your family, not, well, you know.
That's all for this episode of Grammar Hacks. If you want to keep the grammar love going, follow us on Share the funniest run-on sentence you spot this week. We'll share our favorites.